Every story has a beginning, and this one is no exception. What you're about to see will take you through unexpected moments, filled with surprises and emotions. So get ready, because this is just the beginning. Can you imagine being a completely antisocial person, with a world that revolves solely around video games and zero interactions with girls, only to have a beautiful girl suddenly change your life? The story begins with Akane Kinoshita, a university student who suffers a double betrayal. Her boyfriend not only cheats on her but also does so in her favorite video game, Forest of Savior. Heartbroken, Akane decides to attend an in-person event for the game, where she meets Akito Yamada, a guildmate whose distant and cold personality contrasts with his handsome appearance. This encounter marks the beginning of a story where love and friendship blossom between the real and virtual worlds. Akane, devastated after discovering her boyfriend's infidelity, seeks temporary solace in Forest of Savior, the MMORPG they used to play together. In this virtual world, and at the insistence of her guild members, she decides to attend an in-person event for the game. There, she meets Yamada, a skilled player known for his talent and impassive personality. During the event, Akane impulsively and somewhat desperately asks Yamada to pretend to be her boyfriend to make her ex jealous. Although Yamada agrees without much interest, the situation quickly becomes complicated, leading to moments filled with awkwardness and embarrassment. However, after the event, Yamada unexpectedly shows his gentlemanly side by accompanying Akane and eventually offering her a place to stay when she emotionally collapses and falls asleep. This encounter leaves a profound impression on both, marking the start of their peculiar relationship. After the humiliating encounter with her ex at the event, Akane reflects on her failed relationship. Initially clinging to the past, a blunt yet sincere comment from Yamada forces her to reconsider her decisions. She finally takes the brave step of discarding a gift from her ex-boyfriend, symbolizing her desire to move on. Meanwhile, interactions between Akane and Yamada become more frequent. While Yamada remains distant, his actions show he cares for her, leaving Akane feeling both grateful and confused. Their friendship starts to solidify, and Akane begins to feel more comfortable with her new reality. Over time, Akane delves deeper into the guild community. Her first major surprise comes when she discovers that Ida, whose in-game avatar is a beautiful princess, is actually a kind and slightly eccentric man. This revelation breaks the ice and strengthens her connection with the group. Not everyone in the guild, however, is happy about her presence. Runa, a lively yet insecure young woman, sees Akane as a threat and plots to exclude her. Despite the tension, Akane holds her ground, proving her worth in the group doesn't rely on Runa's approval. Meanwhile, Akane starts noticing small details about Yamada that make her feel special, even though she doesn't fully understand her emotions yet. The rivalry between Runa and Akane reaches its peak when Runa invites Akane under false pretenses to humiliate her. However, Runa's plan backfires as Akane handles the situation with maturity and sincerity. This act not only earns Runa's respect but also paves the way for an unexpected friendship between the two. Meanwhile, Yamada begins to show concern for Akane, subtly stepping in when situations become complicated. This evolution in their relationship becomes evident to other guild members, who observe with curiosity the growing bond between them. Yamada, known for his cold and distant demeanor, starts experiencing internal changes he doesn't fully understand. Akane, with her warmth and honesty, slowly breaks through the emotional barriers he's built over the years. While Yamada is not fully aware of it, his concern for Akane and his growing desire to spend time with her reveal that his feelings are changing. Akane, on the other hand, begins to accept that Yamada holds a special place in her life, though she's afraid to admit it for fear of ruining their friendship. The emotional tension between them grows, creating moments filled with subtle but meaningful interactions. Yamada's school festival becomes a pivotal event. Akane attends, excited to share this moment with him. During the festival, Yamada, in his reserved way, shows that he deeply cares for Akane. Whether it's helping her in unexpected situations or paying her small but meaningful attention, his actions speak louder than words. This day leaves Akane with a sense of clarity. Yamada is not just a friend but someone she has deeper feelings for. However, they both remain trapped in a game of unspoken emotions, maintaining the tension between them. The arrival of Tsubaki, another guild member, adds a new layer of complexity. Tsubaki, confident and determined, openly shows her romantic interest in Yamada. This stirs conflicting feelings in Akane, who begins to question her place in Yamada's life. Meanwhile, Yamada, oblivious to the emotional chaos around him, struggles to understand his own feelings. The interactions between the three are filled with awkward and tense moments, testing the group's dynamics. Amid the emotional whirlwind, Yamada's past is revealed. A close childhood friendship left emotional scars that shaped his reserved personality and difficulty expressing emotions. When Tsubaki falls ill, Yamada, true to his kind nature, decides to care for her. While his intentions are innocent, this action fuels Akane's insecurities, making her fear that Tsubaki could take a special place in his life. Tsubaki eventually confesses her feelings to Yamada. In a moment of honesty that reflects his character, Yamada rejects her, making it clear his heart leans towards someone else. This allows Tsubaki to close this chapter with grace and maturity. Meanwhile, Akane and Tsubaki find common ground, strengthening the group dynamic. This moment marks a turning point for Akane, who finally realizes the depth of her feelings for Yamada. In an unexpected but deeply heartfelt moment, Yamada confesses his feelings to Akane and asks her to be his girlfriend. Overwhelmed and elated, Akane accepts without hesitation. This marks the beginning of a new chapter in their lives, leaving uncertainty behind and embracing the future together. And so concludes the story of Akane and Yamada, two souls who, through their adventures in the virtual world and challenges in the real one, found love and happiness. A narrative that proves sometimes the best reward isn't in the game, but in those who choose to share it with you. And so, we've reached the end. But every story leaves something within us and makes us want more. If you enjoyed this journey, see you in the next adventure.